So today we will do revision of test 1. As you can see, I have wrote some questions over here. Yes, so let's start discussing the first one. What is the first question? Adding the same number again and again is called. Now tell me students, I have told you that what does this mean? Adding the same number again and again is known as, yes, repeated addition. Yes, it is known as repeated addition. Let's see how. If I give you a number 2 and I told you add number 2 4 times. Okay, so what we are doing here? We are doing repeated addition of number 2. Yes, we are adding number 2 again and again and again. Isn't it? So what we are doing over here? We are doing repeated addition of number 2. Okay, what we are doing here? We are doing repeated addition. Yes, so adding the same number again and again is known as repeated addition. So first answer will be repeated addition. Okay, clear? Now let's come to our next question. See, 6 times 10 plus 10 times 3 equals to dash times 10. Okay, now what do you mean by this? If you remember, then we have already discussed this question in our previous videos. Yes, so let's see how many of you remember this. 6 times 10. 6 times 10 means, here we are reading the table of 10. How many times? 6 times. Okay, so 10, 6 are, yes, 60. Let's do the question here. 10 into 6 is equal to 60. Okay, now 10 times 3 means we have to read the table of 3. How many times? 10 times. Okay, 10 times 3 means we are talking about the number 3 over here. That's why we will read the table of 3. Okay, so 10 times 3 is equal to 10 into 3. Now tell me, 10 threes are, yes, 30. Yes, so we will write 30 over here. Clear? Now see, now what you have to do? You have to add both of these numbers. Yes, so 6 times 10 is equal to 60 plus 10 times 3 is equal to 30. Means we have to add here 60 plus 30. Now tell me, 60 plus 30 is equal to, yes, 90. Okay, so what we got is answer 90, which can be called as, now tell me, dash times 10. What number will come here? 9. Yes, it means when we will read the table of 10, how many times? 9 times. Then we will get the answer. Okay, clear? I hope this question is clear to you all. Now let's come to next question. another ones place. Clear? Now tell me 200 is equal to how many tens? Can you tell me 200 is equal to how many tens? 20 tens. Yes, 20 tens will be equal to 200. If I will say 2 tens, then it will be equal to 20. It will not be equal to 200. Yes, so 20 tens is equal to 200. It means the answer will be 20 pence. Clear? Okay. Now let's come to our next question, that is question number 4. Dash factor tells how many equal groups are there. I know that many of you can answer this question because these two chapters were all about multiplication, and in every video I have told you that what do you mean by first factor and what do you mean by second factor. Yes, so let's recall, what do you mean by first factor? Yes, the first factor tells us how many equal groups are there. Yes, this what the question is asking you. Yes, dash factor tells how many equal groups are there. So which factor tells us? First factor. So our answer will be first. Clear? Okay. Now let's come to our next question, that is question number 5. See, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Now tell me that what we are doing here. Can you tell me? We are doing repeated addition of number 5. Yes? Yes, look here. What we are doing? We are adding number 5 again and again, which is known as repeated addition. As we have seen here that adding the same number again and again is called repeated addition. Yes? So what we are doing? We are doing repeated addition of number 5. Now tell me that what is the relation between repeated addition and multiplication? Students, the process of repeated addition is known as multiplication. Now let's see how. Okay, so what we will do, see, is equal to dash into dash is equal to dash. So what we will do, see, what will be our first factor? As I have told you that what do you mean by first factor? First factor tells us how many equal groups are there. Yes? is our second group. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our third group. Now see, we have added plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. Yes, how many times? 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We have taken 3 skips. Yes. So my dear students, what we got as the answer? 12. Clear? So the answer is 12. Okay, I hope this question is clear to you all. Okay, so let's come to our next question, that is question number 7. By using the properties of multiplication, fill in the blanks. Now students, I have already told you that what are the properties of multiplication. Yes, we have learned about 3 properties. Yes, first was order property of multiplication, second was multiplicative property of 1, and the third was multiplicative property of 0. Yes, so what comes under order property? Order property tells us that if the orders has been changed, then the product will remain the same. Okay. So it means if we are changing the orders of numbers, then it will not affect the product. Okay, the product which we will get will be same. Now let's come to our next property, that is multiplicative property of 1. Now what comes under this one? When we multiply any number from 1, then the answer will be the number itself. This is about multiplicative property of 1. For example, 8 ones are 8, 6 ones are 6, 4 ones are 4. Yes. Now let's come to a third property, that is multiplicative property of 0. Now what comes under this property? This property tells us that if we multiply any number from 0, then the answer will be 0. Clear? These are the 3 properties which we have learned in these 2 chapters, isn't it? Now let's see which property we have to follow here. Okay, so now 4 into 2 is equal to dash into 4. Now tell me which property we have to follow here. As you can see, 2 orders are given over here. Yes, so 4 into 2 will be me.